I'm going to give you some tips on how to pick out a new instrument. Picking out a new instrument can be daunting, and there are so many brands and options out there, it's very easy to feel overwhelmed from the process. The first thing that I like to do when picking out a new instrument is to try as many flutes as possible. Typically, the way that you do this is either by going to a big flute dealer or to a flute convention. The place that most people go to is the National Flute Association's annual convention in the summer. The reason that you would want to go there is because almost every single flute maker is going to be there, and you can try as many flutes as you would like. Although you'll be able to try out a lot of flutes, it will be loud because you're in an exhibit hall, so you might not be able to hear the flutes very well. If you really like an instrument and you're serious about purchasing it, you can talk to the company. They will then bring you to a private room where you can really test out the flute and hear what it sounds like. What I like to use the convention for is to narrow down what brands I like the most. After the convention, I then go to my flute dealer and have them get more of these flutes for me to try. If you have a good relationship with your flute dealer, they'll usually let you take the flutes home for 3 days, maybe even a week for you to really test them out. I think the biggest mistake a lot of people make when getting a new instrument is not trying out a lot of different brands. Just remember that everyone sounds different on every instrument. What brand or flute works for one person might not work for you. What I like to do is pick my top 3 or 4 flutes from different brands and have others listen to them and compare them back to back so I can get their feedback. I then play 4 contrasting excerpts on each flute, and I actually name them 1, 2, 3, and 4 so that there's no bias towards a particular brand. When picking out your excerpts, make sure they show off the low register, the high register, different dynamics, and different articulations so you can really see what the flutes can do. When you're moving to a more advanced instrument, it should provide more resistance. And what I mean by this is on your current flute, you might have to hold back a little so that certain notes don't crack. Well, with this new instrument, it should be able to handle it. Here's a checklist of things that I look for in a new instrument. A full low register. The articulation should also speak easily. There should be an easy control over the dynamics. The high register should be open and not sound thin. You should be able to play a lot of different tone colors on it. Finally, it should play relatively in tune. Obviously, every flute is going to have a different scale and you're going to have to make adjustments, but right now what you're looking for is major tuning problems. Here are some other things to consider when buying a new flute. Do you want to buy a new or used flute? If you do buy a used instrument, make sure to have your flute repair person check out your instrument to make sure that it's in good shape and to tell you how much it's worth. Another option that you have is to upgrade the head joint instead of buying an entirely new instrument. This is a great option if you're already happy with the quality of the body of your flute. Probably in this situation you want to have at least a silver body and you want to upgrade to maybe a gold head joint or have a gold riser or lip plate. One final thing that you want to consider is what options you want on the flute. There are so many options, including do you want a B foot, do you want a split E mechanism, do you want an open hole flute, do you want to have a C-sharp trill key? All these different things you should talk to your flute teacher about and also your flute dealer about to see what's best for you. Good luck with finding your perfect instrument and let me know what you end up choosing. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe to my channel because I put out new videos every Thursday. You can also follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And you should also check out some of the other videos I've done right up here.